Welcome back. This is the Truth Morning Devotion. This morning, I get the pleasure for getting at the studios the National Publicity Secretary of the main opposition, the All People's Congress, APC party, and Sidi Tunis. The APC party even pulled a statement, internal elections timetable, on the 15th of January 2026. I just see it to them. It said, following the successful republication of the Gazette elections rules of the APC party on 5th January 2026 by the Political Parties Regulation Commission, PPRC, and in line with the provisions of its enabling Act of Parliament, the National Secretariat of the APC party is pleased to inform the membership and the general public that the following revised schedule shall now govern the conduct of lower level conventions and elections, as well as the National Delegates Conference for the forthcoming electoral cycle. Sidi, they were in the studio this morning for getting an update about the preparation. Are we already the good morning and welcome. Good morning.
Thank you, Lama.
Yeah, it seems like una day in the elections mood already and preparation for elections.
Well, yes, so maybe don't go in that mood a long time, even before we start with your own part of it. But yes, we're in the mood. The Secretariat very busy right now. Everybody busy. The one day we want to run for offices. We we're responsible for make sure say we facilitate everything we get for do with the internal democratic process. We all very busy. We're in that mood day now for restructure the party.
So we see this announcement. We get dates from publication of register for ward election up to elections of delegate for the following weeks, up to una national delegates conference. Who say una possibly so you get for elect a flag bearer.
Yeah.
What's in this calendar there about, and what's in the preparation for una activities there?
Okay, so we required by we constitution and the PPRC for make sure say we get certain things then done. In terms of we constitution, we get timelines as to how we go about conducting the internal democratic processes, the internal elections, and we for be clear about the timelines things the way they precede every convention and every election, such as publication of delegates list, sending out information for let people they apply and how them for apply and how them for send back them field applications then for the various positions them, how we they vet for every position for make sure say the one we apply eligible for run for them position and then for make and clear the one they way are eligible also for vote in the elections so that's this day about because we get timelines like, for example, the constitution say we for don't announce also what they do we National Delegates Conference and the date 6 months before that conference day. So we for don't publish the venue, we for don't publish the date. And also timeline day as to when people for request for constitutional amendments and when they for put them in, all them things so we need for do that and they send them out and also send copies to the people.
So what's in the elections get for conduct? I see from ward level.
And plenty. So we get ward elections we now in are the most difficult one. Because why? Now because now the only election that the way the entire membership of the APC, once you don't take 1 year at the party and you did in good standing, the entire membership allow for vote. Yeah, so after that election, now all others, now specific people will call delegates at every level, and then they vote in their elections So this one now really involved a lot because you get thousands of people will possibly go form the voting list for this particular election. Then after that, when they go on to the constituency election, we now delegates from ward and also councillors, if we get them, now then what then they and other stakeholders them now then can vote in the elections.
So now the ward election, the delegates and they come off for votes now the other level of elections.
Correct. Yeah, so like the ward elections, when we done, we automatically compile the list of the winners and then one way the constitution specify say now delegates for vote na the constituency election. So after the constituency election now, the combination of the ward and the constituency delegates, as well as sitting MPs, councillors, now then they go vote na the district convention. And so they progress. So that number they continue for increase. So the district self, then the constituency, the wards, and other groups then they go vote regional. So after regional now, then we focus on the organs. We get organs then at the party like Women's Congress, Young Congress, Veterans Congress. Their organs then they all the one they will win from the ward, the constituencies, the district, then so they form the delegates for go vote na their organs. But only that, like for example, Women's Congress, now only the woman there from their side and then they go vote. Veterans, people where they under the veterans category, and then they go vote. Then the Young Congress back, now the young people, including the NOAS, National Union of APC Students. Now then they go vote now the Young Congress election convention. So then one and they start until after the regional election, because all of the different organs them get representatives at district, regional, and constituency levels. So that their elections then they get for complete force. So that then go get the numbers we required for go vote. Now then conventions then they.
Okay.
For them
I see una for
numbers.
publish voter membership register for before the election. Una already do that? Dey?
Yeah, so we'd already do that. But the one we don't go now, and I thank you very much for this. I need for explain this to the public for make them understand. So the register we don't go out now, they clearly states the categories of people as they now. So first of all, it is show the one way eligible as per constitutional provision. So people way not meet the 1 year requirement at all. They categorize them and tell them say, as even though we don't register, but we not meet the 1 year requirement, we allow una for participate by the democratic process. That on one side. Then it is also show the one then we meet the requirement, we don't pay all the subscription, we as at now they're eligible. And then there is another category where even though you, yes, constitutionally you're eligible for vote or for participate, but you owe subscription to the party. So unless you clear that subscription, you not go take part, because now that the constitution says. So the system they already do that. So now we don't publish that list day. So I encourage people for go look so you know exactly who's your name day. Yesterday night somebody called me, say, oh Mr. Tunko, I live now Godrich. So now on that day my registration for constituency 109.
So now also you live now, you dey vote.
Well, yes, constituency 109. So he then called me, say, Mr. Tunis, the list we see say now you name the number one. It shows say you not qualify because you owe subscription. So I go automatically, I look at the list, I see say yes, they are right. So I go pay me 1 year subscription back for make sure say I become eligible for participate.
Okay. But what's in the redress mechanism in case somebody not seeing name na the register? I think say been the register or somebody see name who sign off for Siam. What's in the redress mechanism? How do they raise them concern and they within the party? Okay,
so that is why we get 21 days for do that before the elections. So districts and they already we don't begin do that. So once the list go, the ward executive then they bring on to the attention of the constituency and the national office that okay, me don't pay this money, look me receipt, but I not see me name. Or me name go fall na other word. Or me name go fall, they spell me name wrongly. Look this na me receipt, this na me ID number. So we now they go back into the database and make them corrections then we get a case in Moyamba, for example, usai some names then go fall na other word them. So that correction they don't bring out to that problem they don't bring out to our attention. So we already don't make that correction day. So once the final list come out, all of them corrections then they go be reflected. So anybody we don't pay, we feel say a name not appear, but you get the receipt, valid receipt. It just need for bring them to your attention, either at the national office or the district office. If it delay at the district office, send them straight to the national office so we go address them. Because the problem is we no want let any suspicion, they let anybody feel say we want for disenfranchise them deliberately. No.
Are there opportunities for petition in case somebody see list names of people the way thinks enough for Dede to contest the election?
Oh yes, so we get so many ways where they petition. For election related issues, the constitution established what we call Internal Elections Complaint Board, where the chairperson for that and lawyer Ibrahim Sori. You know her now. So if election happen, for example, or even before the election, if you say you apply, but then disenfranchise, you say you not qualify because of certain reasons, and you're not sure of that, you can complain to them. Then go immediately look at them within 48 to 72 hours, they follow address that matter and communicate to the IEMC their findings. Same way, so if election happen, they announce the result, and if you say you are aggrieved, you can go to them and complain again, then get certain days where they for don't deal with that matter and then communicate their findings to the IEMC or the Secretariat.
Does this work at even world level? Because I imagine say then at the office then at the now headquarters na free tongue na yeah, and you get people in a remote communities we get for contest world election and all of that. Waiting how you know the process decentralized that even at community level and able.
So they work at every level because all of them bodies then they replicated at every level. So it just sound like also that not just one. Then the other one we get the disciplinary and the grievance handling committee. So if you get grievance of any nature, you can cry and go to that committee also. Then they at every level, it decentralized. So that complaint they can go through them. If they're not able to handle them at world level, then keep progress them to constituency level and up until they reach national. So if they're able to handle the matter at world or constituency level, then can handle and but if they feel say it's too much for them, then can bring them up to another level until they reach national.
You get an understanding of how much position or election on again for conduct at the world level?
Well, the offices where they the world level, first of all, we get 511 wards because we go with the Electoral wards.
Okay, we already there. We
already there. So we go by them, and we the last election where ITGC conduct, then get over 8,000 applications for people who want for stand for various positions them at world level. And that is why, we deliberately want for tie the application process to the system for digitizing, because you can imagine if we decide, say, for example, everybody for go, take them forms them manually, make them payments them manually, it will be too much for level handle within the time frame we'll get, we're not going able. So we want as everything tied to a digital system. When you don't, do your application, you don't pay, it don't reflect to we automatically say so suppose you don't pay. And as you fill the application, we already don't communicate a number where you go send to. So that number they go tie to the system, we go automatically generate that and we begin the vetting process. So even before the manual forms then reach to we'd already vet and we don't communicate to the IEMC as to other than really don't meet all the requirements there. Okay. But we expect plenty elections them at that level there and coming up also. And then elections they are also Lama. Once we reach constituency level, the constituency elections also include branches na the diaspora. So
now get for conduct election at the diaspora.
Oh yes.
So then they conduct. Let me get some understanding. Now the executive they conduct the election.
No, not so we. So we just they facilitate. It just like government and ECSL. So the constitution of the APC get a body we call Internal Elections Management Committee. Now that committee, now they're responsible for conduct all internal elections. So what we just do as a secretariat now for make sure say one, we facilitate, make sure say they get resources. One, we make sure say we communicate to them all of the people that were eligible for vote by making available to them the voters list. Also communicate to them people and we don't meet all of their requirements. The candidates that we want contest, we don't meet all of their requirements, and the positions that we they apply for, we communicate down it to them. Once we don't do all of them process, then they will left the election at the hand. You know, so now we they also communicate to them who sign at the centers, the locations for the elections them, and also we they help them forget presiding officer, polling staff. Now then they go recruit, now then they go train them. In fact, they just complete that one day for the past.
So then they travel go to the diaspora as well?
Then they then get representatives now the diaspora, and some of them they go also for go help them there.
There's this news where me colleague asked me about being pulled. I remember I've been reading the other day with Dr. Blyden, but he say former APC member of Parliament in Bombali District, Honorable Alimami Kamara, has said the current APC executive does not have the mandate to conduct the upcoming lower level elections. The former Minister of Youth Affairs said the executive's mandate ends in February. The former ambassador to Iran called for the executive to be dissolved and an interim body be set up to organize the lower level elections and by extension the National Delegates Conference where a standard bearer will be elected. The executive has maintained that it still has the mandate and the authority to go ahead. Honorable Almami, there is concern about una mandate for conduct the election. It say una mandate the end in February and una for set up a committee for conduct the election.
So what in Honorable Almami they pretty much ask for that for create a sort of vacuum na the offices. Clearly, the constitution of the APC get timelines as to how people they occupy and when people they occupy. In the first place, even where we then timelines then they not expire it, or then they not to the executive they conduct elections. I just to explain. We just they facilitate. That is one aspect of it. But I also want people to understand this. We get the APC constitution. We get the national constitution. We get the PPRC Act. Then the national laws them and the acts then they supersede the APC constitution. So in limit an argument on the APC constitution alone. But waiting we they say now that, and this matter we even don't discuss with the PPRC. All political parties then get window where if the executive then the time they expire because of certain circumstances and because the no one gap, then can get an extension of 6 months within which they for don't conduct all the elections then. If that 6 months they done, then the PPRC can step in and dissolve that executive and form an interim body. That we see that they happen in the case of the SLPP, for example, recently. When the mandate expired, then exhaust in 6 months. So by the time then they get to the national level, then 6 months be done, PPRC step in and dissolve. In we own case, we not even reach that side aid for most of we. So that is why if you look at with timetable we deliberate for there we make sure say we get all of the elections then done within that 6 months window with the national law under the PPRC Act section 39.5 GUI as a political party for make sure say we don't conduct. We make sure say all the elections then conducted, you know, and we have new executives in at every level, including at the national level.
I see una the commence election for ward election on 7th February 2026.
Yes.
Una don't put out the membership list, right?
Correct.
What's in our membership strength from the list una
okay, so as at now in we database we get over 170,000 members. But not so they all qualify for vote because some of them they will not meet the 1 year requirement.
But these are registered members.
Registered member. People that we don't capture, we don't apply either old members, new members, combined, we will get now with database right now.
These are people where then on a database we qualify for going on a delegates convention and
No, not all man qualify for good. These are people we don't be members of the party. Like we don't register, say we are members. But the delegates conference itself will get about 1,000, between 1,700 to 1,800 people. We at the end of the day, we go be the delegates where they go to the national delegates conference for vote.
one thing where one person on the ask for Dr. Sylvia Blyden, a member of now that the party, the APC party need for announce a call for application for them way one for contest for be flag bearer.
Okay.
They say because right now the one they already say they're an aspirant, not to aspirant them. They say intention then get for a contest. Is she right, and is that something where the way una party get for do?
She's absolutely right. In fact, me and one person we always to say we dey far away from that side for flag bearer, because that pretty much the last election where they happen inside the party, and we just there about for start the world elections, and for what like wetin Dr. Blyden say, for what the party already put out that notice day for let people begin for apply for the various positions them at world level. So then they get for happen for every election inside the party. So as it is now, APC really not get flag bearer aspirants. We only get people where they express intention.
But now they call them to a meeting. The one they owner they meet with. Well, waiting at them position with.
I mean, these are people who don't express interest. And we as national executive we get responsibility for ensure say we keep peace and sanity within the party. If you look at within the happening on social media at the moment, it's toxic. Some of them don't begin attack themselves. Some of them begin spread misinformation, allegations, counter allegations against people and at the executive. You know, so all of them things then they send the wrong information out there to people, giving the impression as if the party not they together, the party are disunited, you know, chaos they inside the party. So it's important for us to continue for engage people, for make sure say they know waiting the constitution say, waiting the law say, waiting the party represent, and waiting the happen inside the party. So person not go continue for go.
But we see inside some of them they donate so now executive presently. Then they donate to the party and with the intention say you know well them all like you say they already they call them say flag bearer aspirants in some ways. Una not think say it go cause some confusion if una pull you know criteria of who that qualify, who that not qualify, and some people think say una don't disenfranchise them?
No, I don't feel so. I mean, donation are donation. I go say every single aspirant or intending aspirant don't they donate. Me self we sit on they donate to the party.
Yourself na aspirant?
No, but they donate to the party at every level. Even my own constituency, me wards, they do things them way for facilitate waiting they happen, you know, at the party at their level, and they, even though me not they announce them because I not feel say donation for be publicized in a way where some people and they do them anyway. But of course when you want power, you want people for no say you want power. And whichever way you dey do am for progress or for promote yourself, you know, you dey do am that way. So now that pretty much some people and they do. But there are people where they do far much more than just donation. You know, but you know mean say in any way then they ain't go make we take the party give. You know, we get so many things that we look at, especially when it comes to flag bearer issue.
What are the things Simona they look at?
The presidency is the most important office, Lamrana, in this country. So when you look at somebody for represent your party for be president, you know they only look at the APC as a political party. That is why we're not the only limit to the constitution of the APC. You get to look at Salon. You therefore now look at what in the national constitution say about the one way for be president. What in the PPRC Act say, what in other laws then at the country say. Then you look at all of the one they will apply. They meet their requirements the way the constitution say, they meet their requirement the way the laws then say, wetin are the integrity issues, wetin are, you know, the experiences, wetin are the contributions to the party and to the country previously. All of them things then you get for look at that. But then also you get to be careful doing that, for let you not go against the provisions of the constitution, so that at the end of the day somebody, you know, they feel say you don't break the law, you don't disenfranchise them by bringing in unnecessary vetting process where the laws of this country not say.
Una gets the delegates conference in August of this year. Una get a timeline of when una go put out application or criteria of the one that we for apply the qualification if they meet them. Una get a timeline for that?
Oh yes, we get for make sure say we get all of them things, then there's some of them they get for they happen concurrently. So for example, once we cross the world elections, we don't begin for now get into the business of compiling the delegates, because every other election now we happen now the delegates and the delegates then get for common. Like for example, when we complete the constituency election, then we begin now. Each constituency get 8 delegates. Then Ayana will they begin compile the list. So right there, will they begin for ask the districts then for sending the application, region, national aspirants them. And then committees now get for be set up, including the IEMC. We go sit down and look at them, the criteria them as per the laws, and then but then they go be enough timeline for do that, especially for the one we want for be flag bearer, so that you know, we get enough time for really look at them, complete the processes, and then we make them public.
Presently, almost of the aspirant and they una they deal with as a party, the meeting Semona can call.
We get plenty people way they out there. Some of them they out of the country self. Some no one they mass who no one they see them na salonate, but then they out that the diaspora they, you know. But when I talk to the, you know, people, and we don't meet certain people, because me not to everybody don't meet me. When we get discussions recently in meeting, the deputy chairman say up to 27 different people don't meet her. Don't either call them or don't meet and say they want for be flag bearer.
So as at now, una get according to the deputy chairman, una get
up to about 20 people would express interest.
Okay, and una they encourage you, and they as at this time una they meet with them, the one they with the tongue. I see una what's in the conversation they una can get with them?
Well, the conversation and we can
because una not recognize them as
no, I mean they are members of the party. They don't express interest, say they want for be aspirants, flag bearer aspirants. As much as we not reach that level, they because of waiting we see they happen, and the posture with certain people again at the public, as if there is fragmentation at the party, disunity. You know, a fine for let we, you know, they allay the fears of with membership. That no, these people would they constantly engage them, and also waiting make we can meet with them now for transparency and accountability as to what we they do as executive. We already don't make them very clear, say we they provide a level playing field. And you know, we get cases, for example, where people they feel say the executive they favor certain people as against the other, and we know one then kind misinformation and they out there. So that is why every step we they take.
But you get people like the when an aspirant like Dr. Mara, where they serve in a capacity, they represent the party and the tripartite. The mayor of Freetown as well. Not to advantage than they would then get ahead of the other people where you be.
No, in fact, these are the things also. Before we make that decision, we call them all to a meeting. In fact, then self as intending aspirants. Now they elect Dr. Mara, because we all been in a meeting that day. So we put the matter at the floor, say, look, because of the gap we they see in the implementation of the tripartite recommendations, we need to get a new co-lead, because clearly we not get access to the one way now the co-lead, And so we don't know how to engage government and with development partners then. So we need to get a new co-lead. So we want suggestions, we want names. And so then throw in few names, so at the end of the day, then all can say, you know what, this man at them be done day. So let him lead a team. If I'm not saying one day, there's a team where they lead in himself, Dr. Yvonne Akisoya, JFK, Joseph Fitzgerald, Honorable Chernoba, Dr. Richard Conte, Amami Petito, David Fona, about 7 of them. And then at that team day, Dr. Mara just happened for be the one where they all agree to make him lead that team.
Dr. Blyden posted this on Facebook page some 3 days ago. I will just read that. He said, I support the current national APC hierarchy led by their political uncle Pausman Fude Yansane, but more efforts needed at competence, transparency, following due process, and the rule of law. You do not consider this a warning from one of our members, especially on the issue of process and the rule of law?
This is not something we already don't promise. And, we don't learn bitter lessons, Lama. We always aware of the fact, say, leading into 2023 elections, we spent 3 years in court. People take advantage of the fact, say, we not follow with constitution, we violate with constitution. And so we very, very much deliberate this time that, we get for ensure, say, we're not only transparent about what we do, but we also follow due process, we respect with constitutional provisions, as well as what in the National Constitution and the PPRC Act say. Everything we would do, their meetings, then the way they make reference to. So now, because we want to give them all confidence as to how much our processes we want with the respect, as to how much we go about things. And that make we always also they say to them that then for they engage, then for bring them concerns then to we, we offices then open, and we engagement not only with the intending aspirants, we engage the regional exec structures, then the district structures, then through the chairman, even like the cards and now we don't come. So the distribution, we don't set up a team, we engage the region, we engage the district as to how we for distribute them cards and this. So at the end of the day, somebody not go say they don't hold me card because they feel say are popular and they don't want me for run for this position. So all of them things then we consider, we process them, we engage, and then we all agree as to how it should be done. And we get the NAC also, the National Advisory Committee, when at the body, we at the end of the day, they give you the authority. Say, okay, we're not doing this way. So that way we know now, say we get backing as part.
You already get aspirants, and you get people in the executive way, perhaps could get people that within the support or people that within believe in. How not going to ensure, say, now make the process transparent and fair for other people, we get intention or we go and contest for the flag bearer?
We're very much mindful of that. And in fact, this is the one matter we don't say we take up to NAC as to how we deal with some of them people and they. So as it is now waiting to happen, when we notice say certain people in the executive don't either openly come out in support of a certain candidate or when they see then glued to a certain candidate, some activities then what they do, especially the one we get for do with elections process, where they make sure say then kind people and they not play that role they we go give anybody advantage, and you see it is for that same reason we make some of we just decide for be neutral. Go hearing me, they even say I want this position now at this moment because I want for ensure say like we all know the executive, people and continue for get the confidence and they're able to get access to the executive and express their concerns freely, and we're able to engage. At the end of the day, we all get confidence, say, will they do things right? Lama, I don't go want for let we get in a situation we say somebody, as we dey see now, go just want take advantage of the fact say the party the opposition and I can cause any kind of problem. So whatever it is, we want at the end of the day, if anybody do that and the public self go see say no, but this person just want bug APC. But the executive don't do everything right, for make sure say waiting the constitution say waiting the laws the APC don't follow them to the letter. So why this person they do this just for hamburg the party or delay the party?
They can talk to the Attorney General, Minister of Justice on the amendment bill we then don't gazette we possibly get for Guna Parliament. Waiting una get representative them na the tripartite committee. Waiting on a position, the party in position on that bill.
So we don't put together a team of legal experts at the party, as well as some people at the executive and the tripartite committee where they look at that. And the party go come out with, with position. But me personally don't read through, and I they ask questions as to why some of the things that we me see inside the why then they. I don't feel say some go serve the interest, the greater interest of this country, and I feel say some go make the democratic process more chaotic.
In what sense?
Let's say, for example, I see a proposal for let's get independent candidature for presidency. I don't feel say that when you look at with democratic laws and currently, I don't feel say that they in any way go serve we well as a country, because already Lamrana we get the PPRC, Political Parties Regulation Commission, for example, and we see the troubles where PPRC they go through, in regulating political parties, even in trying to sanitize the democratic process in a way where parties then go be adherence to waiting the act say in terms of properties, offices, registration requirements, and all of them things. Then they even with those, it already chaotic. We get instances where we get 17, 18 political parties with candidates who want to be president. Whether they in itself is huge, and then you can't open unto independent candidates. Whether they regulate them, how they go come part of the electoral process? Are they going to be subjected to the same rules where political parties then subjected to? Because political parties then they go through plenty processes for make them getting candidates though. When they publish elections rules, all them things, then they so how then they apply to independent candidates, and so all of them things then they come to your mind. You begin to ask yourself questions. Did they really think these things through? How we go regulate that? What if we get 2,000 independent people and we come and say they want to be president? How much resources we get for manage all of that? So these are some of the things we just reading the thing come to me. And
well, the minister they can explain. Hopefully you go get answers. You go listen to the interview. They can explain this morning some of the concerns there and the concerns from the public as well. And we come, unpack the bill and see waiting the inside it. But finally I want to ask, this morning I was talking about making our politics work. When I don't into politics, you still into politics. When they aspire for kind of power. When I don't in a power for 10 years. How do you as politicians commit to people in this country say una go make politics benefits in life? It's not about who that kind of power, who that get access to resources. Right now the banner then they all over. This morning while they drive, yesterday while they drive around and see them all over. Everybody wants position, one big flag bearer, one lead. How? What's in the assurance? Say as political party, you are committed. This is a Remembrance Week, by the way. Committed to addressing the things and where the TRC be highlight say, now then take we go now. Poverty, tribalism, nepotism, corruption, and all them things in there.
First of all, we need to go back to the TRC report, really, and let we not be selective you know, just waiting the report say and pick the one that will say go satisfy we. I want to answer this question really as a Sierra Leonean. I think say Lama, I can say the problem is we need for really look at we whole politics, and I just answering talking about the amendments. This now one of the things there. Whenever we do laws, I believe say we always do laws having individuals in mind rather than having the country in mind. You know, I think say now the one thing that the way we politicians and we the people also for demand for demand for waiting really we feel say go change the country. And also I believe say when they look at all of the wrong things that we want for elect leader. You understand? Mm-hmm. This not the only country where I they see where we want for elect leader will they begin for talk about tribe. You understand? When they begin for look certain people at the beginning they talk about tribe. Certain people and they begin for talk about the region where the person come out. You know, all
but
of
that is how una political parties and day. That is how you select. They say now we strangle lane and this person for give.
So when it comes to presidency, and that is really where I always they get problem. Yes, the political parties, democracy generally everywhere, you get side and way parties then strong. Even in the Western world, if you go to the United States, you get what you call blue states for Democrats, red states. Unfortunately, though, they own geography, you know, they by tribe or region as we own they Nayaso. But what here they try for emphasize is not to then things then they develop country. You understand? Now policies, now honesty, sincerity, and how we serve serious for make sure say, you know, we implement them policies then they, and how also we serious about holding people accountable. I just they come when I they come is I just they look at it. I be sit down they watch it, the story about the ACC and the mansions where you show about one individual. So you look at that one day. I mean, this person has been picked up already, but you know but some way somehow it don't get settlement even when you know they. But we go get mind for do that day for everybody else, like how we do for that person they so. Certain people and they will clearly probably go there in that same situation, but with institutions they not go get mind for do it and do so in that case. So unless we get to that point the way the law will be applicable across the board for everybody, then we go begin for, you know, say we go settle. If I'm found wanting for corruption, let we allow the law for work. Let we not can say na politics make, then they go after that person. And you self na the institution do not because of politics.
Yeah, but this is a complaint about whoever is in power. Everybody they protect their young people and same. But the question what they ask is, which assurance you there this morning? Which assurance you want give people as a politician? Say una go make sure say politics work right, you know, for the people. They're not just people are not just treated as a commodity. Oh, now one power, now they run to the campaign and all. After the power, then life then still remain the same.
Well, I always they say look at the records. Look at the records. You know, me now one person way always they say the reason why I'm glued. I mean, I'm the publicity secretary for APC. I come from the south. The reason why I glued to the APC not just that. You know, I believe say we political party in nature. Now it's not party when a social democratic party. We always they do things where they benefit the common man. That is why when within our power we make roads, we focus on hospitals, construction, free healthcare, then social programs the way they improve the lives of the people of this country. Because we feel say system for work for everybody. That is why we the care water go everywhere. We the care road go everywhere. Will it be healthcare system everywhere and introduce policies that way they alleviate and reduce burden and poverty on the people of Sierra Leone. So me, they assure the people of this country that when the APC come back na power 2028, we go improve on the lives of the people of this country. We want to make sure say this issue of electricity we put on behind we. Like before we left power, we will be not begin for enjoy 24-hour electricity. We want for come back to that and improve on that and make sure say go across the country. Water.
Now I count car power ship with this government they use. So.
Yeah, but then car power ship, the waiting we can with them for, not train then they use them for.
Now emergency light on
we be can with car power ship because when we be the spread lights in a city, the areas then will not be done reach it. Now they car power be the supply so that everybody go continue for get light. And as we they reach the areas then they will stop for use them. Now that make we never use car power for over 5 megawatts.
Okay.
As we see now.
The minister they are often time for can talk about the politics and waiting on I don't do and waiting on I not be able to do. But finally waiting on a message to our members them as soon as they start on a process or for lower level election leading up to the delegates conference.
So my message now this the party don't they far for start with lower level elections. We don't publish the provisional list. Yes, some of them had already begin to express concerns. When I bring them concerns, then they through the party structures we go address them. Let we not go on social media and begin for spread misinformation. Then they go only continue for hurt the party. Let we all stay together and make sure say we put the party first, we put this country first. We all get we interest as to the positions we want and people who they support. But when I be rest assured that the executive will provide a level playing field, and at the end of the day, we will get strong and loyal people, and we go serve the party at every level, including even the one we will get for elect we all together as we presidential candidate for 2028.
Well, thank you so much, Sidi Tunis, the National Publicity Secretary of the main opposition APC. We're going to talk about the preparation for the lower level election and the National Delegates Conference. In between time, we get for the continue the conversation. We'll take a quick break. We come back. The Minister of the Attorney General and Minister of Justice there already. They can talk about the amendment bill and waiting it mean, waiting the inside day, and waiting people for expect. Continue for stay with me.